Hi, Matt with etrailer, and today we're talking about the Saris 1+1 MHS base. Now this is going to be a great option for you if you like the Saris options already because they are sturdy and they're going to have that modularity to them. So you're going to be able to add a lot of different types of trays to this. Now the one we have today is going to have the option to put one tray on it and add another one to it. So that's really nice if you're looking for something that's more compact but still sturdy. So let's check it out. Today we're mainly going to be focusing on the base itself. Now we are going to be talking a little bit about the trays too, but if you want a more in-depth look at them, you can check out some of our other videos on our website. Now when you are putting the trays on here, you're going to be able to use the Duo and the Uno systems on the back of here, and you also have the ability to put the add-ons of the Duo and Uno on here as well. We have the Duo on here. It's going to have an 80-pound weight capacity up front, and when you put the add-on configuration to it, that's going to drop to 35 pounds on the back for a total of 115 pounds. Now if you're using the Unos, then that's going to be 40 pounds on the front, and then the add-on's going to be 35 for a total of 75 pounds, but you can use them interchangeably. Here we got the heaviest configuration, just to kind of show you what it looks like. This is going to be both the Duo systems. And how they're going to attach is for the one that is the base, that's going to have a collar on it that's going to wrap all the way around and connect to the other side and have this metal bar that attaches to these hooks and secures down with the included security key. And for how the add-on's going to attach, you're going to have 4 bolts that bolt into our base, and to access those, you'll have this plastic cover that you'll just remove, and you'll have access to that. Now you're going to have 2 of these that you have to take off, so just make sure you take off the one on top and on the bottom. That process is going to be the same for the Uno. When you're putting on the base, that's just going to have a collar that wraps around in the same fashion, and you're just going to use those same 4 bolts for the add-on too. But now with that out of the way, let's take off these trays so we can take a closer look at the base. We can get some measurements now. The first one I'm going to get is going to be the distance from the center of our hitch pin hole to the end of our handle, which is going to be just about around 30 3/4. Now that's not too bad since it is pretty compact, but if you get the add-on put on here, that's going to extend a little bit further, so definitely keep that into consideration. It does have the ability to fold up and tilt away. The tilt away option is great if you need to access your hatch, your trunk, or anything like that. You need that extra room to get to it, get your bikes out of the way. And it's also going to have 2 fold-up options. This first fold-up option is going to be great if maybe you got a spare tire on the back of your vehicle and it doesn't fold up all the way, then this will help accommodate that. And if you want to fold it up all the way, this is what it's going to look like. And it's going to save you a lot of room too. And that distance from the center of our hitch pin hole to the back of the handle is going to be a little bit over 15 inches. As for how that handle feels, I do get a little bit of resistance, so you might need a little bit of grip strength, but I definitely do like how solid it feels. And with time, this is something that could become more difficult or actually harder to do if anything gets gunked up in there. If maybe you're taking it on a lot of off-roading trips, that might have some potential some debris to get in there. So definitely keep that in mind, keep an eye on it, and try to keep it clean. And transitioning from spot to spot actually feels pretty smooth. I don't have any resistance really, but it's not like to the point where it's wanting to slide down. As you can see, I'm not moving it at all. It's just staying up right here. And when we put it in the bottom position, that tilt-away position, you'll notice we have this handle at the very back of it. And what that's going to help do is, if you do make that ground contact, whether you have really heavy bikes on here or your car has pretty low ground clearance, this is going to make contact first. What's really neat about our system today is this is going to be the only one of the MHS options that's going to have an 1.25 inch shank to it. So it's going to fit in an 1.25 inch shank, or receiver I mean, and we're also going to have this 2-inch sleeve adapter, so it also works with a 2-inch receiver. So if you want to mix and match this with a couple of different vehicles, you're going to have that option. And it's going to be held down with this 5/8 inch anti-rattle bolt that's going to go through and connect to this lock core at the very end, just for some more security. The overall fit that gives, this feels really secure. It's not rattling at all. As you can see, I'm actually moving the entire vehicle too. This is a really secure fit. Included with your kit, besides the base, is you're going to have that 5/8 inch anti-rattle bolt and a washer and that lock core. You're also going to have a few Allen keys. You're going to have one of them being that security Allen key. You're going to have 2 sets of extra lock cores. So if you want to get any extra lock cores in the future, key to light, the ones we already have. And you're going to have 2 keys with it as well. Along with that, we're going to have some lubricant, just in case later down the road this starts getting a little tough to maneuver. You're going to be able to put this on. This carrier is going to be constructed from steel and aluminum, so it's going to be pretty lightweight for the most part, and we're going to have this black powder coat finish to it. I think it's a very nice finish. I like the look of it. Now, something to think about though is with that finish, it's going to help it be more rust resistant, but when you're putting things on and off of here, since this is a modular system, or if you're taking this plastic square off the back of it, you might have to use your flathead screwdriver. You might take off some of that finish. And in those areas, it's going to be more prone to rusting. Now, for the overall weight, when I pick it up, it's pretty lightweight. I can move it around like that, pretty easy. But now when you're putting trays on this, that's going to change the weight. And that's going to also depend if you're getting the duo trays put on here or the uno trays. So definitely keep that in mind when you're loading this up. Overall, if you're a big fan of how the MHS other systems are constructed, how sturdy they are, but you need more space, because the other ones are too large, you just need something that's more compact, this is going to help solve that. It's also going to be great too, because if you are trying to switch it between different vehicles, because we do have that 1.25 inch and a 2-inch sleeve adapter, it's going to work with multiple types of hitches. Now, the one caveat off of this system is the other systems can use the basket at the very end of this, and this one can. But if you only plan on using this to haul bikes and you just need something more compact, it's going to be great for you. And that's just a look at some of the features of the Saris 1+1 MHS base. Thanks for watching.